How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Phantom Road number 8. And I believe this is the end of Act 2. I think this is a 12-issue series, and this would be the end of Volume 2. And this time around, I think we got a whole lot done. This is actually an issue that focuses on Dom and Birdie. You know, no FBI girl this time around, but I think it said, hey, let's take a moment, focus on these characters, and get a good chunk of the plot done. Really seeing the differences between the two mental states of these characters after having seen something totally inexplicable in the Billy Bear, but also talking to the Hawaiian shirt man and kind of getting the idea where all the pieces lay. We got a whole lot of the plot done, and it really does strike this nice balance of, I think I learned a whole lot, yet I still have no idea what's going on there. But with what we saw of the Billy Bear last time, and what they're talking about now, you really start to see that there is bigger implications and a larger scale to the story than you might have thought, and I think that is really cool, and I do like how the story is starting to unfold, and I think this does have a really good pace where it increases, and if issue 9 next time is the beginning of Act 3, which I think it is, we're going to move into some really cool places, and hopefully the end of this is going to be great. Anyway though, let's go ahead and switch to the close-up camera. I'll show you guys a bit of the story, a bit of the art. I won't do any major spoilers, but if you want a closer look, let's go ahead and switch to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle taking a quick look at Phantom Road number 8. And I guess I do have to say right off the bat, boy, these covers are getting so pale, I can barely see that number 8 there. Anyway, this time around, the portrait cover is of the man in the Hawaiian shirts. I don't think we've seen him on a cover before, so that's pretty cool to get him there. And a portrait cover, actually kind of more straightforward than most Phantom Road stuff. There's the back with a picture of the main characters all looking out at something. And yeah, in the book I think his shirt's more blue than the cover. But anyway, cover A by Gabriel H. Walta, $3.99, 18-00811. And then if we crack the book open, we get the same credits as always. Again, I really wish they'd put a previously on there, because it's always whenever I pick up a comic after a month, I have to like warm my brain up and try to remember what was going on. But anyway, and then after that, we get the story proper. I'm not going to do any major spoilers, but let's take just a little peek, show you guys some of the story and some of the art, and I can do a little bit of analysis and review. Anyway, we get the preview page, same as always, with the two of them looking at something, and we get this glowing light and a cracking sound. You know, it's a fun motif. I'm not really sure why they do it, but hey, gotta like the preview page. Anyway, Chapter 8 is entitled Don't Leave, and we cut to Dom and Birdie driving down the Phantom Road in their truck, and yeah, this is just a Dom and Birdie issue, so no FBI girl, but these are our main two, so I guess it is good to recenter ourselves, plus a lot happens, so I totally see it. Anyway, they're talking, and Birdie's actually holding the rock, and they talk about, you know, what they just saw, the Billy Bear, and she's like, did you see what it really is? And apparently Dom didn't. Dom just saw the Billy Bear, and she thinks it's something much more magical and special. Well, the car is broken down, and he's like, oh, this is a problem I've had a bunch of, it's a quick fix, but we'll get a fun little action sequence when the creatures start to close in, and all he has to do is literally put that tube back together. But a fun little, you know, classic zombie stuff. They're closing in on you. Gotta get the car fixed in time, but I'll skip over that because I don't want to spoil the action. But anyway, needless to say, they do get down the road, and they see another Billy Bear with the man in the Hawaiian shirt waving them in. And we get to see that Birdie's becoming a little protective about that rock. She's wondering if it's okay to leave it in the car, and Dom's like, there's just the three of us and those creatures can't come in here. But anyway, they go into the Billy Bear, and Hawaiian Shirt Man will talk a little bit more and give some interesting revelations. Dom, of course, is going to yell because he just saw something insane, and the Hawaiian Shirt guy pulls out a gun and says, hey, don't get too in my face. But he talks about that creature, and he refers to it by the name of the enemy, and basically says that if we don't get that egg to that to that place, to Golgoth, then this world is going to crack open into ours, and that's what the Billy Bear wants. The Billy Bear wants to let his world bleed into ours. But of course, can you really trust what the Hawaiian Shirt Man is saying? And I don't know why, but I just kind of assumed that these two were supposed to be friends. But no, it turns out it's Hawaiian Shirt Man versus Billy Bear Man. So yeah, they both seem pretty untrustworthy. But Birdie is going to say, hey, no, I think that Billy Bear is actually something special. And the Hawaiian Shirt Man will talk about it's a shapeshifter, it's a master manipulator, it will look like whatever it needs to look like to win you over. Don't trust it. Yeah, a good game of trust, but also the idea that the Billy Bear is this ancient thing that can be or look like whatever it wants to. That's a big threat. But anyway, eventually the Hawaiian Shirt Man's watch will beep, and they look outside, and he goes, oh yeah, the day and night, or when when you pass between them, that's when the veil's the thinnest, and looks like we're back in the regular world. Now, of course, now that they're back home, they're going to have to figure out what to do, and what to do with their big egg, but I don't want to go any further, because that's the staple. But quite a few interesting things happen in this issue, and it does have, when you get to that glowing thing from the beginning, a pretty interesting moment in it. And overall, I still feel like I don't know much about this world, even though after reading this issue, I feel like I know a whole lot more. I think this is the 2/3 mark, the end of Act 2, and I'm really curious where that final act's going. Hopefully it's going to be good. This was a good one. I really did like sitting down, focusing with our leads, and getting a good chunk of the story done. That was pretty fun. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Phantom Road playlist, where I've talked about all the past issues. If you want to see more, you can click on the bottom and see more. Anyway, have a good day now.